Hey, Chris. Obviously, a big game this Wednesday. I mean, I'm sure Coach is just taking this as just a regular game, but I mean, knowing kind of what's at stake with you guys, talk about the importance of it and really what it means for you guys.
Yeah, standing-wise, we're in second place right now with Northridge right behind us, right on our doorstep, and it is just another game. Coach really emphasizes that, but also it's a game that we need to keep maintaining the same amount of focus as we did, at the beginning of the season. It's not a game where you got to think differently, try to make that extra play, try to make that great play. It's just, do what, our team has been working on, priding on our defense, taking care of the ball, scoring in opportunities with rhythm shots. And, if we take care of all the little things and the stuff that we're in control, I think regardless, at the end of the night we'll be successful no matter what.
I think it's, 5 in a row you guys have won. Just talk about where you guys are at right now and how the team's feeling as you are entering really the most important stretch of the season.
Yeah, five in a row win streak. Every team would love to have that. And it just comes from hard work, being patient, especially, and just not getting ahead of yourself. And I think that by continuing to work and finding ways to get better, we'll actually cancel out all the ways to think of where we are now. I think the 5-game win streak just shows how we had a very, very hard non-conference schedule. And it's paid off. It showed that we are able to play with anybody, and we'll do anything that it takes to win. And I think the guys, I feel good right now, but they're also more hungry than I've seen probably all year, just because you get the addiction to winning, and it's something you don't want to let go and keep going.
Getting back to Northridge, I mean, they got you pretty good down there. A game that 15 minutes to go, you guys had the lead, and it just kind of turned around on you in a hurry.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about what kind of problems that they presented with you down there and what they may do this time around.
They shot the ball very well. I mean, they were coming off screens, hitting the 3-ball very well. Made a lot of their free throws. They shot it great from the free throw line, and everything we tried to do, they just outmatched it. They did something that much better, and it just kind of got out of our hands where they got hot, and we didn't really have an answer for them. And now I think after watching more film, we'll get more organized, and we're going to understand what we need to do to be successful. And it'll be at home, get the crowd into it. But I think we're a different team than we were back then. Much more disciplined, I think, focused, and we know that what it takes to win now. We know what it takes to get the job done, whether it's the scouting report, practicing, the little things again. And I think if we do that, we'll come out successful again.
We know how well you've played on the road in the conference, but this is your last home conference game of the season. So any additional pressure knowing that you've got 3 tough games to finish out the Big West season?
Yeah, we've been able to play a couple home, get the momentum again along with our win streak. It does help, but I think we've proven ourselves so far that we are able to play anywhere in the conference, and we're just going to keep that mentality of, just being more focused on the road. You got to, pay that much more attention to the little details. And, playing at home, it helps tremendously with the momentum, the excitement, and, getting into your routine. But at the same time, I'm very comfortable, and I speak for the whole team and the coaches, that we're able to go on the road and still do what we need to do to get the job done and eventually coming out with a win.
My last question, we'll just peek ahead to the BracketBuster. I mean, knowing that it's a non-conference game and it doesn't affect Big West, I mean, what's the philosophy going into the game on Saturday with Northern Arizona?
They are a good three-point shooting team, if not one of the better ones in the country, and that's coming with a challenge for us, as we're one of the best defensive teams in the country, three-point defensive teams. And just little things like that, knowing, they come from a good conference, they're playing well right now, they have a couple good players they have, and it is a good challenge. It's a good challenge for us to test where we are outside of conference play, and just to keep that measure, keep that focus of what it takes, to play at a national level, not just within your conference, in which that's the ultimate goal, making the NCAA tournament. So I think giving us a chance to play a team like Northern Arizona, who perfectly matches our challenge of three-point defense in that situation, I think it's a great opportunity for us just to keep improving and growing and building the program here.
Chris, you mentioned you've never seen the team as hungry as it is right now. Just kind of go into that a little more. I mean, just what it's like to be a part of that and see that compared to maybe like a couple months ago when they weren't as hungry.
Well, we got you guys right now. I was just in there, about 6 guys watching game film from our last game, and it's just stuff that they're wanting to get better. We all want to get better. we do a lot on our own, and we're great chemistry off the court. But you just see it in guys, whether at practice, they just pay so close attention to detail. And for example, like that, watching film right now, and it's not demanded, it's not mandatory. It's the teams that want to get better, and it's the teams that are striving to be successful and keep that winning going. And I've seen that, and I've been a part of it. And it when one person does it, it builds off. One coach does it, it builds off, and everyone kind of gets hungry for it and wants more. And it's a great feeling, and to know that competitive nature is just coming out and bringing the best out of everybody right now.